Chapter 1531, Smoky Warm Jade Field. Translator, Atlas Studios Editor. Atlas Studios Southern Border, Southeast Direction. Yellow Dragon River was to the north, while Baisho Mountain was to the south. This was originally a mountain range with varying contours, but it had split apart now. A huge earth trench had been created here with immeasurable depth. The Great Era was arriving. The 5 regions were becoming one. The first step was the turbulence in Earth Chi and the connection of Earth veins. Southern Border had the densest Earth path down marks in all 5 regions. Therefore, after the first earthquake, several more huge earthquakes occurred throughout the region. Each earthquake was a disaster to Southern Border's mortals. But for Gu immortals, they were all fortuitous encounters. All sorts of immortal materials, and even wild immortal Gu would emerge from deep underground. The Earth veins were the essence of the Earth after all. These last years, Southern Border's Gu immortal world had been in deep commotion. First was the Battle of Etion Mountain, followed by the Dream Realm Battle. Be it lone cultivators, demonic path, or righteous path members, many people had died, especially Wu clan. They had lost 7 Gu immortals. Southern Border's Gu immortals became alert as a result. Because of the danger, they tried hard to raise their strength. This time, the Earth vein. Tremors created earth trenches. Countless Southern Border Gu immortals invested themselves into this, trying to scavenge for resources and make up for their losses while raising their strength at this moment. In this newly developed earth trench, a group of Gu masters were setting up a mortal Gu formation and setting up camp. The leader had rank 5 cultivation level and was a woman. Her eyebrows were thin like smoke. Her eyes were as clear as the moon. Her skin was snow white, and her lips were pink and tender, her silky jet black hair draping over her shoulders, accentuating her beauty. Right now, she was wearing a plain white dress. She was elegant like an orchid and gentle like water, having an aura of royalty in her. It was none other than Shang clan's current leader, Shang XNCI. Shang XNC's beautiful eyes were in a daze, staring at the field before her. This field was deep within Earth Trench. It was extraordinary. The soil was black and firm like iron. Colorful smoke was rising up from the soil, floating towards the sky and forming into clouds. All of the Gu masters in the field felt a warm feeling permeating their bodies and souls. They felt extremely comfortable. The great power of nature, this is truly incredible. Shang XINCI sighed, feeling deeply moved that a white-robed young man was standing beside her. He had a heroic stature, sword-like sharp eyes and brows. A small eagle was resting on his shoulder. It was Ye Fan spoke. This field is not simple, if I am not wrong. This is a smoky warm jade field. It can produce immortal material smoky warm jade. It is extraordinary. This field is actually a few square kilometers worth of land. It has extremely high value. Yi Fan still loved Shang XINCI in his heart. Before this, he had taken it upon himself to help Shang XINCI handle the affairs of her clan. But afterwards, when chasing away the 18 lads of Wine Village, he met by Ning Bing and was almost killed. Yi Fan managed to keep his life and changed drastically, becoming more mature. By chance, he met Lu Weiyin and became his disciple. He was nurtured by Lu Weiyin. Not only did he enter Black Heaven to cultivate, he was even given lots of knowledge by Lu Weiyin, far surpassing Shang XINCI. So this place is called Smoky Warm Jade Field. Thank you, young Master Yi, for the explanation. I finally know why the immortal ancestors in our clan want me to lead the group to guard this place. Shang XINCI expressed her gratitude. She originally had low aptitude and cultivation level, but to fight for the Smoky Warm Jade Field this time, Shang clan's Gu immortals went ahead and used their unique methods to raise Shang XINCI to rank 5 regardless of the cost. Worry flashed across Yi Fan's eyes. Shang XINC's enemies were Ho clan and Tai clan. These 2 clans also sent their rank 5 cultivation level clan leaders here. They were bent on getting the smoky warm jade field. Yi Fan's current understanding of the world had surpassed the mortal realm. He could tell very clearly. This smoky warm jade field is a natural resource point. Whichever clan can control this place will gain a sizable amount of smoky warm jade each year. Shang clan, Ho clan, and Tai clan. Even the clan leaders of these 3 super forces are merely pawns. The Gu immortals behind them are the true contesters. Sai? The position of Shang clan leader seems high and mighty, but it is merely a political tool for Gu immortals. They have no freedom and are in danger. Lone immortals and demonic cultivators might also be coming here. During the Battle of Etion Mountain, Shang clan's previous leader, Shang Yanfei, the father of Shang Xinci, died as well. Wu clan's leader Empress Wu Ji and other champions also faced the same fate. If one is not a Gu immortal, no matter how amazing of a mortal they are still mortals. Yi Fan felt deep emotions thinking about this. He affirmed his determination to become an immortal. Report. Ho clan and Tai clan have sent large groups of troops of an unprecedented scale directly towards us. At this time, an investigative Gu master reported that a beautiful female Gu master beside Shang Xinci said, "Clan leader was right. We set up a Gu formation and expanded our base. We triggered the bottom lines of these two clans." This beautiful woman was Wei Da Xian, the wife of Wei clan leader. She was once bought as a slave by Fang Yuan and given to Shang Xinci. Right now, she was Shang Xinci's personal guard. She was loyal and only wanted to repay her gratitude. Shang Xinci nodded, smiling. The Gu formation has been set long ago. We are pretending to set it up now so as to lure these two clans to attack us, so that we can take them down at once. Shang clan, Tai clan, and Ho clan had been in this conflict for a long time. They each had wins and losses. It was a tie between them. Thus, Shang Xinci came up with a plan to set up a Gu formation and amplify her side's strength to win this contest. The other two clan leaders were experienced leaders and would not cause a commotion in their clans if they left for some time. But Shang Xinci was young and inexperienced. If she went out of the clan for too long, there would be a huge commotion internally. This was the reason why Shang Xinci had to take a risk. Of course, she was not taking a risk blindly. Shang Xinci had devised her plan after thoroughly researching her enemies. She was confident of obtaining victory now. If I can defeat the two old clan leaders from Ho clan and Tai clan here, my reputation will rise sharply. When I return to the clan, things will change. Saying so, Shang Xinci's lips curled up as she said loudly, "I hope everyone can put in their effort and claim victory now." Everyone responded positively. Shang Xinci had Wei Da Xian as her guard, Xiong Tu, Xiong Hua, and Xiong Feng as her three experts. She even had Xiao Yin from Shang Clan Arena, an external Gu master who had been recruited by her and became an important general. As for Steward Zhou Quan, he was taking the place of Shang Xinci in Shangliang Mountain to maintain the situation in the clan. Yi Fan was like a guest elder. He was not considered a subordinate of Shang Xinci. The position of clan leader is tiring and hard, but Xinci has learned a lot. She is not as weak now. She is becoming more bold. At once, Yi Fan was dazed by Shang Xinci's determined and elegant disposition. Shang clan leader, what is the meaning of this? A moment later, Tai clan leader arrived. Next, Ho clan leader also arrived with his men, questioning Shang Xinci. "Little lass, are you trying to take over this entire place by expanding your base?" Shang Xinci smiled lightly. "Clan leaders, we have already wasted a lot of time here. Why don't we decide the victor now? What is the point of stalling?" Ho clan leader's pupils shrunk. Tai clan leader laughed heartily, showing Shang Xinci a thumbs up. "Good. You are an amazing junior. The truth is, I am quite frustrated with being here for so long. Let's have a huge three-way battle today and decide the victor." Thus, all three sides sent out their troops and fought. Shang Xinci, Yi Fan, and the other higher-ups were standing on the spot, waiting for the results of the battle. "Activate the Gu formation." Shang Xinci instructed. The formation path Gu master beside her was hesitant. "Isn't it too early to activate the Gu formation now? They will have a lot of time to react to it." Shang Xinci shook her head. "Go ahead and set it up." The Gu formation activated as light filled the battlefield. Ho clan and Tai clan's Gu masters immediately panicked. Shang Xinci spoke loudly. "This formation can protect the lives of those heavily injured. Gu masters from Ho clan and Tai clan, go ahead and fight." Once she said that, Ho clan's and Tai clan's leaders had changes of expressions. Tai clan leader laughed loudly. I've heard of Shang clan leaders' kindness long ago. It seems to be true after all. All right, let us fight until the end. Ho clan leader snorted coldly, thinking, this lass is truly formidable. She said the incredible ability of this goo formation to put our resolve in chaos. Would we still get rid of the formation after hearing that? I truly underestimated her. Looking at all the clan leaders of super forces and even goo master experts, XINCI is the kindest person I've ever seen. She could have created an offensive formation, but she chose this and reduced her own advantage. I need to lend her a hand later. Yi Fan thought that he did not mention his immortal fortuitous encounter to Shang XINCI and the rest. But after cultivating in Black Heaven, Yi Fan was confident that even rank 5 goo masters were not his match. The goo formation activated. Under its effect, whenever a goo master suffers great injury, they would be enveloped by light and sent out, safe from harm at the same time. The goo formation amplified the power of Shang clan's goo masters. Tai clan and Ho clan had goo masters trying to unravel this goo formation, but before they succeeded, Shang clan's goo masters would have a huge advantage. Kill. Xiong Tu, Xiong Hua, and Xiong Feng joined the battlefield. The three worked together closely. Most elders were not their match. Soon, 3 elders from Ho clan suffered heavy injuries and were sent out of the battlefield by the light. Damn it. Ho clan leader clenched his fist. I already convinced a crucial person in Shang clan to sabotage Shang XINCI, to think that she would initiate battle now. This Tai clan leader is too rash. He actually agreed and fell into her schemes. At this time, a female goo master walked out of Tai clan's formation. She was fearsome. She fought valiantly, rampaging the battlefield unhindered. The 3 Xiong brothers wanted to stop her, but they were sent out of the battlefield rapidly by her unstoppable advancement. Ho clan leader's eyes were bulging. He finally realized. So Tai clan has such a person. Amazing, too amazing. Even if I go and fight, I am not her match. At the moment of crisis, Yi Fan entered the battlefield, standing in front of this female goo master. Lady, may I know your name? That woman's eyes flashed like lightning as she assessed Yi Fan. Showing a hint of sternness, she said in a cold tone, Tai Ruanan. Chapter 1532. Yi Fan vs. Tai Ruanan. Translator. Atlas Studios Editor. Atlas Studios. Boom, boom, boom. Intense explosions resounded. Mortal killer moves were unleashed endlessly. 2 figures were clashing continuously as they fought. Point 1 was Yi Fan with immense luck. He cultivated transformation path and light path. He obtained the guidance of a goo immortal of Shang clan and was also the disciple of the mysterious goo immortal Lu Weiyin. And the rarest thing was that he did not rely on his fortuitous encounters alone. He was walking on his own cultivation path. And for Tai Ruanan, even though she was born in the super clan Tai clan, her childhood was not fortunate. She lost her mother when she was a child, and her father when she was a teenager. She became one of Tai clan's 8 young masters through her own hard work. She was skilled in both the pen and sword. She had a lot of suitors, especially after getting the guidance of Tai clan goo immortal Tai Mian Shun. She became the inheritor of Iron Mask True Inheritance. These 2 were fighting like 2 geniuses competing. Huge commotions were created. The backlash of their attacks created a large area that would injure ordinary goo masters if they went into the range of their attacks. Everyone had to evade them. The goo masters from all 3 clans were stunned from seeing their fight. Missy, young Master Yi is so strong? Why did we not know? Servant Xiao Dai asked Shang XINCI. Shang XINCI's eyes flickered as she pondered. Young Master Yi must have his own opportunities. His strength rose drastically. This is a good thing, but his opponent is not simple. Young Master Yi has to be more careful. Xiao Dai chuckled as she covered her mouth. Young Master Yi is indeed talented and handsome. Everyone can see that he likes you, Missy. If he knows about your concern towards him, he would be so happy. Shang XINCI shook her head. She wanted to say something, but did not speak in the end. Xiao Dai had been observing her. She was Shang XINCI's confidant, extremely close to her. She was a servant back in Zhang clan. Back then, she had followed the caravan along with Shang XINCI to Shang clan city. Thus, others called Shang XINCI clan leader or city lord, but Xiao Dai still addressed her as Missy, and Shang XINCI did not ask her to change her title. This showed how close the 2 girls were. Right now, Xiao Dai was full of worries, she thought. It seems that Missy still cannot forget that demonic path, Gu Master Fang Yuan. Sigh, what ill affinity do they have? That Fang Yuan only escorted us to Shang Clan City, but he became Missy's crush. I wonder where he is now? I'm afraid he's already dead. Sigh, if he really died, I hope we can see his corpse so that Missy can give up and forget him. Xiao Dai had be great aptitude. She was just a mortal Gu master after all. She had not interacted with Gu immortals. She did not know who Fang Yuan was now. She still thought that Fang Yuan was that mortal demonic path Gu master. Even though Shang Xinci learned about Fang Yuan's current situation from Shang Clan Gu immortal Shang Qing, she did not need to tell Xiao Dai about this. The new generation surpasses the old. I am truly old now. Ho Clan leader watched Tai Ruanan and Yi Fan's fight. He felt incredibly shocked and also bitter. Tai Clan leader was more shocked than anything, he thought. I thought that by sending Tai Ruanan, we would be able to sweep away the obstacles and claim victory, but now, it seems that the outcome has yet to be decided. To think that Shang Clan has such a hidden expert. At the same time, in the sky above the battlefield where mortal Gu masters could not detect, 3 southern border Gu immortals placed their gazes on Tai Ruanan's and Yi Fan's fight. They were from Shang Clan, Ho Clan, and Tai Clan. The 3 immortals were sitting on a white cloud. There was a round table in front of them as fragrant tea was placed before them. The Gu immortals drank tea as they used the mortals of their clans as chips to gamble, deciding the ownership of this smoky warm jade field. This smoky warm jade field was a high-grade resource point. Even super forces placed a lot of attention on it. If they could get it, there would be huge profits for the entire clan. But using mortals to compete without Gu immortals fighting, was it too foolish? Or rather, if they lost, would the Gu immortals deny the victory? Using mortals to gamble on immortal-level conflicts. It was not so simple after all. Forget about the lone and demonic immortals that live alone. But for righteous path forces, they looked at the long-term consequences. They focused on nurturing descendants, like how Shang Clan had their young master competition to make them fight for top positions. They even brought in external Gu masters in the arena. Tai Clan also had 8 main young masters, and other clans had their own systems. It was all to choose immortal seeds from their mortal descendants. There was deep meaning in letting the clansmen fight. They represented the future achievements of the clan, especially those Gu immortal seeds. Losing any one of them was a huge loss to the Gu immortals. But Gu immortals needed to do this. The advantages far outweighed the costs. Firstly, as long as Gu immortals did not die in the clan, their foundations would not waver. The clan would not be destabilized. As long as Gu immortals did not fight, anything could be negotiated. Secondly, it was a test for these mortals too when they compete. Those who survive would emerge more experienced, while those dead genius would not be considered real geniuses. The righteous path has been nurturing descendants for a long time. They could afford to lose Gu immortal seeds. Among the 3, when competing, there were bound to be positive and negative relationships created. This would bond the clan together. When the Gu immortal seeds grow in the future, they might have enemies and other super forces. By then, they would not be able to leave the clan. They would need to rely on it. Any policy had its considerations. This was not just a shallow game, where Gu immortals used mortals as pawns. Those in power were not so simple to at this moment. The 3 immortals were focusing on Tai Ruanan and Yi Fan. The 3 knew. The winner of this fight was the key to decide who would own smoky warm jade field. The immortal from Shang Clan, Shang Qing, smiled from the seat to the left. Congratulations, Lord Tai Mian Shun. You found a good inheritor for your Iron Mask true inheritance. Tai Clan had Iron Mask true inheritance. All the immortals in southern border knew about it. This true inheritance had a strict requirement. It was hard to find a suitable inheritor. A true inheritance was a mature and superior set of cultivation content. Sometimes, not everyone could inherit it. There were certain requirements for them. Tai Clan's Tai Mian Shun was sitting at the center. He wore a martial uniform, and his chest and legs were covered in armor. There was a thick iron mask on his face. He had not brought a mask to wear. It was the trait of cultivating the Iron Mask true inheritance. All the Gu immortals who cultivate this true inheritance must have a heart of justice. They also were often people most skilled in southern border in investigating the truth. He had originally chosen the divine investigator, Tai Ruanan's father, to become the inheritor of Iron Mask True Inheritance, but he died on Qingmao Mountain and recently, finding that Tai Ruanan also had the qualities and talent, she was chosen as his new inheritor. This time, Tai clan sent him here to fight over Smoky. Warm Jade Field, he brought Tai Ruanan along to use this chance to train her. Among the 3 Gu immortals present, the Gu immortals from Ho clan and Shang clan were only rank 6. As the only one with rank 7 cultivation level, Tai Mian Shun sat at the center. When they conversed, Shang Qing and the Ho clan Gu immortal also spoke respectfully to Tai Mian Shun. Tai Mian Shun nodded slightly. Shang clan's fairy is right. This is my true inheritance's successor. But she is still young. She needs to be trained. Ho clan's Gu immortal Ho Yao remained silent. He was watching the battlefield now. Even though his clan was the weakest now, he had not lost yet. As long as Tai clan and Shang clan suffered losses together, the eventual result was still unknown. Smoke and dust rumbled as Yi Fan took a step back. He breathed in deeply as his chest inflated and bulged. Tai Ruanan pounced like an eagle from behind him. Her fingers were extended like claws that Yi Fan turned around and spat out a bright red arrow towards Tai Ruanan's face. Tai Ruanan was not panicking. Her eyes shined brightly as she leaned backwards, evading like an elegant crane, dodging the red arrow. But at this time, Yi Fan had already found his opportunity. He pushed forward with both hands and pounced. Chapter 1533, Underground Frostheart Lake. Translator, Atlas Studios Editor. Atlas Studios Tai Ruanan grunted as she raised her fists, facing the attack. Boom! A loud sound resounded as fist and palm collided, erupting with white light. Intense light burst out. The ground cracked from the impact. Both sides collided intensely before retreating backwards rapidly. After 10 or so steps, they stabilized their footing and looked at each other while panting roughly. This moment, they both had solemn expressions as they treated the other party as their biggest rival. They did not dare to be careless. Really amazing. These two have battle strength far surpassing normal rank 5s. They are both Gu immortal seeds. Shang Xinci sighed in her mind. With her current knowledge, she knew some things about the Gu immortal world from Shang Qing that Yi Fan looked around as he spoke. Tai Ruanan, if you can handle this move, I will admit defeat. Tai Ruanan's gaze focused as she nodded, agreeing. Okay. Mortal Gu masters had limited primeval essence. They did not fight for long, but the battle was intense. They used many mortal killer moves. Their primeval essence was greatly expended. Thus, there was little primeval essence left in their apertures. Tai Ruanan agreed the moment Yi Fan initiated a final move to decide victory. Yi Fan breathed in deeply and started to activate his killer move. Mortal killer move. Aurora bird. Chirp chirp. Sounds of anxious bird chirping could be heard. Light flowed like water on Yi Fan's body. These rainbow lights rumbled and gathered on his forearms and right palm. The aurora lights acted on their own. They chirped as they transformed into the shape of a small sparrow. The aurora bird gathered energy and had a powerful aura. Tai Ruanan had a grim expression. Black smoke was emerging from her body. The black smoke gathered on her face and slowly turned into a thin black iron mask. Mortal killer move. Iron mask equipment. This move came from Iron Mask True Inheritance. If an immortal Gu was used as the core, it would be an immortal killer move. Go. Yi Fan called out as the rainbow light on his right arm seemingly gained life at this instant, leaving his body and flying into the sky, turning into a rainbow bird. The bird flapped its wings as the aurora bird charged forward at an extreme speed. Come. Tai Ruanan called out too as she charged forward instead of staying back. The next moment, she collided into the aurora bird. Tai clan's Gu masters gasped. They were worried for Tai Ruanan, to think that she actually used her body to block the strongest attack from Yi Fan. Above the clouds, Tai Mian Shun was calm and unmoved. He knew the power of iron mask equipment. He was confident in its defense. Chirp chirp. The aurora bird crashed onto Tai Ruanan and turned back into a lump of aurora light, enveloping Tai Ruanan. Black smoke emerged from Tai Ruanan's body as it defended against the corrosion of the aurora light. Both sides were stuck in a deadlock, unable to decide the victor. Your Shang clan's Gu immortal seed is also quite good. Tai Mian Shun praised. Shang Qing smiled. It is a shame. He is an external seed. Tai Mian Shun nodded. I see that this killer move he had is innovative. It is likely his own creation. To be able to create his own style at this age, he far surpasses ordinary geniuses. Ho Yao watched with envy by the side, sighing. Such seeds are all future pillars for the clan. Shang Qing was humble, but she felt very suspicious. She had given guidance to Yi Fan before, but he did not display such talent back then. My Shang clan has an arena system. Thus Tai Mian Shun and Ho Yao thought that he is an external Gu immortal seed that we recruited, but that is not the case. Yi Fan displayed such talent. He must have had some fortuitous encounters recently. Of course, he created his own killer move. Such talent cannot be underestimated. He really is qualified to become part of our clan. If we can investigate and find that his origins are not suspicious, we will recruit him. Right? He seems to like Shang Xinci. We can make use of that. If he can become a Gu immortal, so what if we have to give him Shang Xinci? This would be a beautiful story in the future as well. Shang Qing thought and made her plans, while at the same time, two Gu immortals were conversing and plotting at a lake near the mountain. These two Gu immortals were concealing their traces. They had prepared for this long ago. Among them, one of the Gu immortals was a weak-looking young man. He was called EU. He had a worried expression. Will our actions really not alert those three Gu immortals? No, his companion, Enan Min, answered with certainty. If not for my unique investigative killer move, I would not have found an ancient water monster under this smoky, warm jade field. Our clan is most skilled at water path. It is hard for these three Gu immortals to find out. And currently, we are not acting directly. We are luring this slumbering ancient water monster to wake up and rampage. Saying so, Enan Min's words shifted. Of course, Gu immortals have all sorts of methods. I cannot guarantee that they will not find out. But even if they find out and expose us, we can explain ourselves too. After all, clan is also a super force. They might be suspicious, but they would not fight to the death with us. If they do not discover anything, when the water monster rampages, they will definitely suppress it. By then, you can act and kill one of them to make the three clans suspicious of each other and fight. Enan Min had rank 7 cultivation level, while EU was only rank 6. In their plan, EU was the one executing the assassination. He must have some unique method. The weak-looking young man, EU, had a worried expression. I am not familiar with that move yet. What if the activation fails? What if they find out when I use it? Enan Min had a solemn expression. That is the worst possible scenario. If they find out, I will use my life to stall them and let you escape. I will not admit I am a Gu immortal from clan even if I die. You must do the same. This time, EU no longer had a worried expression. He was filled with solemnness and determination. Enan Min breathed in deeply. I am going to make a move. He activated an immortal killer move with deeply concealed aura. There was not a hint of commotion from it. EU became more assured. The next moment, water ripples appeared deep underground. A slumbering water monster had been rudely awakened. On the surface, Yi Fan and Tai Ruanin were still about to decide the winner when the ground shook. Puff, puff, puff. Gushes of water rushed out of the black soil on the ground and penetrated the battlefield, destroying the Gu formation that Shang clan had painstakingly created. Dozens of huge water pillars that were tens of feet high appeared in smoky, warm jade field. Chapter 1534. Fang Yuan arrives. Those unlucky Gu masters who were hit by the water pillars were quickly reduced to piles of mushy flesh. Such a shocking change made all the Gu masters incredibly flustered. They quickly stopped fighting and tried to leave the place. What is going on? The three Gu immortals above the clouds were about to respond when these water pillars gathered into one and turned into an ancient water monster that had a fish body, frog legs, and tiger head. The water monster roared and pounced at the mortals that did not have much intelligence. It thought that these mortal Gu masters had interrupted its sleep. Its huge frog legs landed on the ground as a vast amount of water gushed out. But the three immortals acted in time. 3 shields of light defended their respective clansmen. So this smoky, warm jade field has an underground frost heart lake. There was an ancient water monster inside it. Ho Yao had a solemn expression. Shang Qing gritted her teeth. looking at Tai Mian-shun. I hope Lord Tai Mian-shun can take the lead. We will assist you to take down the ancient water monster, preventing it from rampaging and destroying the smoky, warm jade field. Ho Yao and her were rank 6 Gu immortals. They could not deal with the ancient water monster. Only Tai Mian-shun was a rank 7 Gu immortal. He was naturally going to take the lead. Tai Mian-shun nodded. He was about to fly down when suddenly, a sharp eagle cry resounded in everyone's ears. The next moment, everyone became shocked. The tiny eagle beside Yi Fan expanded rapidly and turned into a huge eagle, upper extreme heavenly eagle. The huge eagle shrieked as it pounced at the ancient water monster. Upper extreme heavenly eagle was rescued by the mysterious Gu immortal Lu Weiyin. It was restrained by his methods and was forced to stay with Yi Fan. But when Yi Fan met with danger, Lu Weiyin's restraints would weaken greatly. The upper extreme heavenly eagle would be able to use its strength again. The upper extreme heavenly eagle did not have the awareness of humans. It could not detect Gu immortals in the area. It only felt threatened by the ancient water monster, and its pride was provoked. It wanted to teach this monster a lesson. Sensing the upper extreme heavenly eagle's imposing aura, the ancient water monster backed off and turned into water, flowing out of the cave and escaping. After the ancient water monster left, Yi Fan became safe again. The upper extreme heavenly eagle's seal activated as it turned back into a tiny eagle. A formless force made it return to Yi Fan again. Silence was around Yi Fan. Countless Gu masters looked at him with a shocked expression. Young Master Yi. What is this eagle exactly? Xiao Dai was tongue-tied. She was completely stunned. Yi Fan rubbed his nose. If I say that this is the first time I've seen this eagle's power, would you believe me? Immemorial desolate beast. Be it the 3 Gu immortals in the clouds, or the 2 clan Gu immortals hiding under the lake, they were completely lost for words. Why did this happen? Those 2 clan Gu immortals only wanted to release the ancient water monster. They did not expect an immemorial desolate beast to appear. This is a good thing. We do not need to do anything. That immemorial desolate beast can kill these 3 immortals. EU said that Inan Men had a grim expression. Things are not so simple, can't you see? That immemorial desolate beast is raised by someone. It is the pet of that young man who was fighting earlier. Shang Clan's fairy. What is going on? This immemorial desolate beast is. Tai Mian-shun's gaze was bright like lightning. He turned around and questioned Shang Qingqing. Shang Qingqing smiled bitterly. She was completely stunned earlier. Her expression had given her away. Even if she did not expose any loopholes earlier, she could not lie now. Shang Qingqing only had rank 6 cultivation level, she had to say. I am not sure. It must be the young man's fortuitous encounter. What sort of fortuitous encounter can make a mortal raise an immemorial desolate beast as a pet? Ho Yao exclaimed in a tone of shock and disbelief. Tai Mian-shun smiled coldly. This matter is too important. We cannot ignore it. Smoky warm jade field is no longer important in comparison. This young man must have obtained an immortal true inheritance. But our southern border righteous path has never had such a method to allow a mere mortal to raise an immemorial desolate beast. I need to investigate this and prevent the demonic path from rising again. Shang Qingqing was furious but helpless. She smiled bitterly. I am sure Lord Tai Mian-shun will investigate this matter and uphold justice. Eagle, so you are this amazing. Yi Fan sighed continuously. He stretched out his hand and wanted to touch the upper extreme heavenly eagle's head. The upper extreme heavenly eagle had struggled and attempted to break free, but it could do nothing against the seal. After a long time, it gave up. It returned to Yi Fan's shoulder and felt angry, but hearing his words, it showed a prideful expression. Seeing Yi Fan's hand, it stretched out its wing and slapped it away. Yi Fan smiled bitterly. Xiao Dai watched with bulging eyes. This eagle is so arrogant. But with that strength, the arrogance suits it. Young Master Yiyu. Before she finished, Shang Xinci interrupted. Xiao Dai, this is young Master Yi Fan's secret. Stop asking him. No worry. This eagle was captured by my master. Yi Fan saw that this was exposed and did not want to lie to Shang Xinci. Your master could subdue such an eagle? Xiao Dai screeched. Shang Xinci had a shocked expression too. She connected the dots. Yifan's master was likely to be a powerful Gu immortal. While they were speaking, the upper extreme heavenly eagle suddenly showed great fright and became restless on Yifan's shoulder. It was like a rat seeing a cat, or a sheep seeing a wolf. What happened? Xiao Dai and the rest were surprised. This arrogant eagle actually acted like this. It was a huge contrast to their impression of it. I don't know, Yifan shouted. This is the first time I've seen the eagle act so flustered. The upper extreme heavenly eagle did not move from Yifan's shoulder, but it shrieked at one direction. Its voice was no longer imposing as before. It was filled with fright and even had a begging tone. One could easily tell that fear was in its eyes, and even a trace of anger. What is going on? At once, be it the mortal Gu masters or Gu immortals, they looked towards the direction that upper extreme heavenly eagle was crying out at. Next, everyone saw a figure flying in the sky, moving like a sword piercing the air. All of the white clouds in the sky were cut into two by this figure. It seems like a person? Immortal. The Gu masters were shocked. Who is it? This aura. It is not an ordinary immortal. The Gu immortals were alerted and felt great surprise. The figure stopped in the air as everyone saw this Gu immortal's true appearance, only to see that his complexion was as clear as jade. His nose was tall, and his black eyes were shining with cold light. He had long hair that resembled a waterfall, hanging straight down to his waist. He wore a white robe that fluttered in the wind. He was handsome to the point of looking like a peerless beauty. His dominating aura was extremely intense. All of the mortal Gu masters looked up towards him, in pure silence, before they heard him speak in a plain tone. My bird, so you are here. Chapter 1535, Misplaced Love. Who is this person? Yifan raised his head to look at Fang Yuan, feeling suspicious at this moment. He could not help but recall his master Lu Wei Yin's words. Master said before that this eagle can resolve the karma of one incident on me. I have always been wondering about it. Is this Gu immortal the owner of this eagle, and my karma involves him? Yifan did not know Fang Yuan because he was in the appearance of the sovereign immortal body. Yifan had never seen him like this. Why Yifan knew about the appearance of Fang Yuan's rank 6 time path clone. He had learned about it from the people around Shang Xi and Ci. This was an easy task. Back then, Fang Yuan and Bai Ningbing were the black and white demons. They had arrest warrants on them. Servant Xiao Dai was shivering as her teeth clattered. She could not recognize Fang Yuan. She only knew that he had such a powerful aura and was the owner of the upper extreme heavenly eagle. The eagle was already this powerful. How strong would its owner be? Xiao Dai could not imagine it. She only felt fear. Fang Yuan was likely here to find trouble with them. Shang Xi bit her lips. Her gaze was fixed as she looked at Fang Yuan. There was not only shock in her eyes. There was even suspicion. There was an unclear feeling and sensation in her heart. The mortals were confused and shocked, but the Gu immortals were different. They felt a chill in their bodies. This is? Rank 6 Gu immortal Ho Yao stared with wide eyes as he became tongue-tied. He knew who Fang Yuan was, but he could not say the answer even though it was right at the tip of his tongue. Fang Yuan's sovereign immortal body appearance was the same as Lu Guan Yi when he roamed the world. Back then in southern border, he entered the immortal formation and explored the super dream realm while disguised as Wu Yihai. Lu Guan Yi and Wu Yihai had very different appearances. However, after the Battle of Reverse Flow River, in order to ruin Longevity Heaven's political plan, Heavenly Court framed Fang Yuan to divide the Northern Plains Gu immortal forces, announcing the truth behind Lu Guan Yi being Fang Yuan all along. Thus, everyone learned that Fang Yuan was Lu Guan Yi and had also disguised as Wu Yihai. His sovereign immortal body's appearance, which was the same as Lu Guan Yi, was no longer a secret. It was known to all. This time, Fang Yuan came to southern border without using familiar face or any concealment methods. There were a few reasons. Firstly, he had a clear objective. He wanted to reclaim the upper extreme heavenly eagle. There was no point in concealing his identity if he was going to make a move anyway. Secondly, after the Battle of Reverse Flow River, Fang Yuan obtained rank 8 battle strength, and after such a long time of growth, his foundation was deep and his strength was unfathomable. He had sufficient confidence to roam southern border now. Thirdly, Fang Yuan was purposely exposing his identity to probe the setup of Heavenly Court and the righteous path. But along the way, he was unobstructed as a result of several reasons. Every Gu immortal recognized who Fang Yuan was. Upper extreme heavenly eagle. Wu Ihai. So that's it. This eagle is the upper extreme heavenly eagle. Shang Qing had countless thoughts. After linking them together, she understood the situation. Fang Yuan had rank 8 battle strength. This is a widely known fact. A rank 8 Gu immortal is completely different from an immemorial desolate beast. We need to run. EU, who was hiding in the lake, said. This young and weak-looking rank 6 Gu immortal was very shocked. His expression was pale, his soul was shaking. Why are you so afraid? He might not have found us. Even if we leave now, it is too late. Do you think we can outrun him? Rank 7 Gu immortal Enan Min had an ugly expression. He completely ignored the plans of clan. He tried his best to conceal his aura to the limit. The immortals were all helpless, but Tai Mianshan floated up and showed himself openly, flying towards Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan, you are currently wanted by Central Continent, Southern Border, and Northern Plains. You dare to show up? All the immortals saw this and felt deep admiration towards Tai Mianshan. As expected of Tai Mianshan, Tai clan's Gu immortals are truly admirable. At this point, there is no use in hiding. This is a desperate situation. We need to work together and unite. There will be a chance of survival. That's right. Fang Yuan could escape arrest and roam the world. He must have an extremely powerful movement method. If we split up, he would catch up and kill us one by one. Our only hope is to unite and wait for reinforcements to arrive. Gu immortals were all not ordinary. After hearing Tai Mianshan's words, the Gu immortals present calmed themselves and understood the situation. They had to unite against this demonic path Gu immortal who had been the center of attention recently, or they would not survive. If Fang Yuan finds us, we will have to fight to the death and resist this demon. Enan Min and EU conversed at the moment of crisis. Tai Mianshan stood up and stabilized the righteous path. He was truly an elite of Tai clan, a heroic rank 7 expert. The mortals of the 3 clans went into a clamor. Look, another immortal appeared. Oh heavens, am I seeing this wrongly? Everyone raised their heads. Their eyes were filled with shock and curiosity. Normally, immortals could not be found in all 5 regions. But now, 2 Gu immortals appeared out of nowhere. They were deeply shocked. Wait, what did the second Gu immortal say? Fang Yuan? Is he the person that Lady Xinci has been thinking of every day? But his appearance is not the same. Yi Fan's heart shook. He subconsciously turned around and looked at Shang Xinci. Shang Xinci raised her snow-white neck as she stared at Fang Yuan without looking away. When Tai Mianshan exposed Fang Yuan's identity, she instantly understood why she had that mystical feeling in her heart. The person she had been thinking of all the time was right in front of her, appearing in such a way. Shang Xinci looked at him fixedly as if time had stopped. Her emotions that had accumulated for a long time erupted in her heart. Was it because Fang Yuan helped her when she was at her most vulnerable and helpless moment? Sometimes, she felt suspicious towards herself. Was it really love that she felt towards Fang Yuan? Or was it gratitude? But now, when she saw Fang Yuan again, even though his appearance changed, the emotions inside her poured out like a waterfall. At this moment, tears emerged in her eyes. She confirmed that this was love. Love was absurd. There was no logic in it. Trying to find an answer for love was stupid and foolish. But Shang Xinci understood that she had met the wrong person at the right time. She knew that she could not love him. She knew the difference between them. But how could she stop her own emotions? Thus, Shang Xinci was helpless. She could only look up at Fang Yuan's imposing figure. She tried to open her eyes and see Fang Yuan's appearance clearly, but she could not. Her commonly used investigative killer moves were all useless against Fang Yuan's sovereign immortal body. The current me does not even have the qualifications to look at him. Shang Xinci had complex emotions. There was joy, dejectedness, sadness, and most importantly, great worry over Fang Yuan's safety. But she knew her own identity and strength. She was Shang clan's leader, a righteous path member, and an insignificant mortal. She had learned of Fang Yuan's identity and history from Shang Qing, but she could not do or say anything. She could only endure while watching silently. Yi Fan saw Shang Xinci's expression. This was the first time he had seen this expression from her. His heart jumped. He had never felt such an intense pain that assaulted him to the core. This pain was a mix of love towards Shang Xinci and hatred towards Fang Yuan. At once, he confirmed that this Gu immortal was Fang Yuan. Don't tell me the karma master talked about is between me and Fang Yuan. Yi Fan had another guest. He was shocked by Fang Yuan's Gu immortal identity, but he soon accepted it, because he had met Bai Ningbing and almost lost his life. Afterwards, he met Lu Weiyin and learned many things. Thinking back, he felt that Bai Ningbing was likely a Gu immortal. Back then, Fang Yuan and Bai Ningbing were known as the Black and White Demons. Bai Ningbing had already become a Gu immortal, while Fang Yuan refined an immortal Gu in Three Kings' blessed land. The whole of southern border knew that. He must have gotten an immortal opportunity. Why would it be strange that he was a Gu immortal now?